morning, ladies and gentlemen, afternoon, or whatever time it is you're watching Just Plain Living. We're on the air, almost live and coming to you. And my name is John Gray, and I'm with my partner, my friend.
I'm Jim Fuller, and I'm proud to be here this morning. We're started off really on the. If you notice, Peggy and Lauren are not with us today.
Fluffless.
Yeah, we call them the fluff of our show. We have no fluff today. But to make matters even worse, John looks at me right before the camera came on him and says, "What in the world are we going to talk about for 10 minutes?" You know, now that could cause major panic here.
Nah, not a big issue.
Because when you sit in that chair, you're kind of in charge of directing the flow.
Well, I know, and you know, the one thing that's kind of bothered me is you bailed on me, Fuller. After about 12 years, you bailed on me. You took the helm.
I just thought with
Captain Kirk, you had the helm for about 12 years, and you just kind of.
I know, but it's a lot more comfortable over here.
Yeah,
especially when there's four of us, you know.
That's right. That's right. And something, folks, that a lot of you, I'm sure you know, and some of you might not know. You know, Jim Fuller and our assistant and girl Friday, Pam Spencer, who, you know, after 19 years. Mm-hmm. We never enough have we thanked Pam for what she does for us.
That's true.
And for this company. Pam has been our administrative assistant, the person behind the scenes for all this time, who is always the one that's kind of glued the whole deal together and helped fill in the empty spots on the backside of all this.
Yes.
And you know, we can't thank Pam enough. That said, Pam and Jimmy spend a lot of their week, every week, trying to feed the insatiable, ravenous beast called the news.
Yeah, it never ends. Never ends. That's right.
So the least I can do is give you some respite from the control chair here.
That's true.
To give you a little break to where you can power up to go hunt some more news.
You know, one of the things about Pam is she's brutally honest.
Oh yeah.
You know, about things. You know,
everything.
Yeah, she doesn't beat around the bush about
nothing at all.
We were doing karaoke shows for a while there once, and
years.
And I went in one day and I said, Pam, I want to do this song called I Just Don't Want to Be Lonely. Will you get that for me? And she looked it up on the internet, and she played the song, and she looked at me, and she says, and you're going to hit them high notes how? You know? So, I never got the
That's
song.
Why you got the key changer on the...
I guess, yeah, but every now, I know, but every now and then when you run into these songs, that they ain't no way to get there. No matter you can't get there from here. You can't. That's right. That's right.
You know, but we appreciate what you and Pam do. Finding and hunting and going out, and you know, we try to be all over town, and I know folks that from time to time, and I shoot news, and Andrew Todd shoots news, and Philip when he runs across it, and Bob Payne. It takes all of us to try to cover everything that's going on around this town, and it's not just Tullahoma, but it's Manchester and Shelbyville, and you know, we thank Chip Ramsey and the folks over at the great Kahuna over there at Fantasy Radio.
Right.
Marilyn Ewing over in Shelbyville is helping us with some stuff. Jerry Harris, who's our What a Horse man, and he's always over in Bedford County and going around, and you know, he's bringing news. News is something that takes a lot of time to do.
You know, speaking of news, you remember the cruise ship that had the issues over in
the one that fell over sideways, right, like the little guy on Laugh In.
Yeah, right. Well, believe it or not, I read yesterday where one of the reasons that happened could have been that the captain had some young lady up there on the bridge with him, and he wasn't paying attention to where the ship was going necessarily. Can you imagine that?
Well, did you see the news last night and this morning there's another cruise ship
Belongs to the same company.
The sister ship of the one that turned over
Right.
is dead in the water, sailing into pirate waters. You know, and I didn't realize until recently that there is a huge
Yes, there is.
problem with pirates during this century.
Who would think, but there obviously is.
Well, they run out there and they've got these fast boats and they run in there and blow a few things up, steal everything, just like they always did.
Yeah.
And get away.
Where are the headquarters? Somalia or somewhere like that? I heard the answer to that from.
Are they some of the Emirates?
I'm not sure. Somalia, okay.
Somalia.
Yeah, okay. So anyway, they've got a bunch of ships over there that they're still trying to get ransom for and stuff like that. You think it'd be something they can do about that? But anyway, there ought to be a way to, with all the intelligence we've got, there ought to be a way to fix that. Yeah. Of course, I think they made a mistake one day and attacked some battleship, not realizing what it was.
That's not good.
That wasn't good. That didn't work out well for them. So,
speaking about something that hadn't happened in a long time, that is a very, very good thing, is the Tullahoma Wildcat boys basketball team won the district championship this year. First time in 33 years.
Yeah. And who was the young man that scored 30 points and hit a half-court shot from 60 feet?
Hickerson, the young Hickerson.
Okay, Markell Hickerson.
Right,
yeah,
right.
31 points in that victory, and apparently
made a goal 66 feet.
Yeah, Jerry Mathis, the athletic director. 66 feet. That's a heck of a shot.
From one foul line all the way. The only person that used to be able to do that around here, I remember Milner Carden used to, when he played a lot, used to have a three-quarter court shot that he could drain pretty often. Miller was a great athlete.
He was a great athlete. He was a great athlete. I mean, I don't know how old Milner was when we were in school. Probably in his 30s, I guess. Wouldn't you think? He was pretty athletic then.
Yeah. Well, he was a long distance runner.
Yeah.
At MTSU, and of course he was my football coach. And was a great football coach, just because he was so damn competitive.
Yeah.
He made you want it.
Yeah, that's true.
And would get out there and play with you.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And let you realize that, hey, I'm right in here with you guys. Come on.
I remember Milner when I was about 9 or 10. Milner was the playground coach or playground caretaker over at South Jackson. They had these playgrounds they opened up in the summertime to keep kids. And one of the big things there was paddle tennis. And anyway, Milner had organized this big tournament, and you could choose a partner. It was a doubles kind of thing. And nobody would choose me because I wasn't all that good. And he kept trying to encourage everybody to, pick somebody. We'll put a good guy and somebody's really good and somebody's not so good together. And they didn't play the game quite like Milner wanted them to. And he says, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take Fuller here, and he'll be my partner, and we're going to beat everybody out here.
And you did?
Yeah, mostly Milner, but yes, we did.
You know how Coach Carden today keeps his competitive skills honed and sharpened? You know how?
No.
On politicians.
He does, and I saw.
He'll wear a politician out in a minute.
I saw him last Friday. We were out shooting some video of a congressman who was visiting here, and Miller was pretty tough on that congressman relative to, I guess, people not paying their fair share of taxes or something.
Hey, he's a tough guy. He's a tough guy, and one of my girlfriends for years and years and years, and I still think is one of the sweetest women that's ever been in this town. She'd have to have lived with Milner this long, is Martha Carden.
Yeah.
What a wonderful lady she is, and I always want to have a kind word for her because she's put up with him. I said something to her one time to Milner about her being my girlfriend. And he said, "Well, a good drink of water and some time with her would kill you, Gray."
Oh, me.
And she just looks at him and smiles.
Yeah.
Gotta love him.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Gotta love him. Can't help it.
Absolutely.
Hey, I want to say something about my brother, Jerry. We're doing this on Tuesday morning. And so when we film this show, and you're always welcome to come to the studio on Tuesday morning, 9 to 10:30. But my brother's having some bypass surgery today, and I just want to throw up one for him and say, I hope he gets through it all well. And you know, if you got any good thoughts to spare, send them over Brother Jerry's way, because he can use a good thought or two.
He's having that done out at Hart.
Out at Hart, yeah. So, you know, you can get just about anything done here you need in Tullahoma. Well, the hospital facilities is as good as you can find.
Absolutely.
So,
Jerry's my hero. Taught me how to play guitar. I don't know if that's a good thing,
got us in all kinds of trouble.
bad thing. But yes,
got us in all kinds of trouble.
It did. That's
Jerry's
true.
one of those lovable outlaw type guys. You
exactly.
know, he's right there, and he never you know goes too far past the line, but you just can't help but love him.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's got a heart bigger than gold.
You know, we were talking a moment ago about the basketball team, and they are, let's see, if they win Saturday night, they go to the state, don't they?
Well, no, they're playing
They have
tonight.
to win twice.
They're playing tonight in Laverne. This is Tuesday.
Yes, okay.
They play in Laverne tonight. If they beat Laverne, they beat Smyrna the other night.
Right.
If they beat Laverne tonight, then they go into the state semifinals, and they're guaranteed at least two more.
But they got to win tonight.
Or quarterfinals one. I don't know, one of those.
Right.
But they're in the state thing, and of course, this is further than they've been in a long time.
Oh yeah, and their record this year, I think, is 20-8. So
yeah,
it's been
my goodness,
phenomenal
how good is
year
that?
for them. Yeah, big time.
Really proud of them. Really, really proud of them.
Yeah, big time. And Coach Taylor, who is the head basketball coach at Tullahoma High School, you know, was ill there for a while, had some sickness, and really didn't get to rejoin the team until I think January. So what a great comeback they've made.
And what about the new coach at Tennessee boys basketball? I don't think they've lost a home game yet, have they?
I don't believe so.
I think
unless Kentucky beat them at home, they may have lost to Kentucky.
I don't think
they're on a roll.
They played Kentucky at home yet. Unless they did it
possibly not
last night or something. But
they've got this major, this unbelievable freshman they brought in here mid-term, who enrolled midterm enrolled.
It's amazing how that changes things.
Yeah, 6'8", 255, and apparently, you know,
that's like Bullwinkle.
I think he's 18 years old.
Yeah.
Bullwinkle, the center for UT.
Center, when I was up there.
He was, 7'1", and
something like that. Huge. He was huge.
Yeah.
I remember going into the Crystal one night, and I was sitting there with my arms up on the counter waiting on my stuff, and all of a sudden this set of elbows sat down right next to me, and I looked up, and he was up there, and I just nodded and said hello, and he nodded back. It's about all I got out of him. A big old boy.
Yeah, he was.
Played it tough. Tough. We got the Big X. See, we made it through that.
We made it through that.
Imagine that.
And we really had nothing today.
No, nothing, but wasn't it good?
Yeah.
Wasn't it fun?
Right.
You know, you hang around, folks, and we'll have more fun right here on Just Plain Living. Don't go away now.
Tommy Anderton and Martha Jane Barton from Traders Bank to share why our Channel 6 viewers should bank with us in 2012. Martha Jane, I've known you to be employed at Traders Bank practically all my life. What is so special about Traders that's allowed you to enjoy 52 years employment?
Tommy, there are several things that make Traders the best. At Traders, it's like family as an employee and for our customers. Each customer receives exceptional personal service. At Traders, we're flexible and timely with our responses. At Traders, we listen and accommodate.
Martha Jane, thank you for that testimonial. Our New Year's resolution is to continue treating customers like family. It's truly why so many people never bank anywhere else.
Traders Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
I'm Lori Thompson.
And I'm Mike Thompson, and we own Thompson Ford in Tullahoma, Tennessee. Lori and I bought the dealership back. It's on Highway 55. Same dealership that we had for 10 years. Look forward to serving you for another 10. Thank you to the community. Thank you for allowing us to be here for the last 15 years. Thank you for having us raise our family here.
Thank you for all your support.
It's been a great place. It's a great place to live. Look forward to living here. Put me in the ground here. I'd be proud to do it. God bless America and God bless Tennessee.
Our office used to look like this, but now with My Paper-Free Office from R.J. Young, it's easy. We've made all of our files electronic and stored them in our virtual filing cabinet, which gave us tons of space. And Bob here, a big promotion. Melissa can pull files in minutes and spends hours on Facebook. And Kyle's confidential files stay confidential.
We're not totally paper-free, right?
My Paper-Free Office from R.J. Young. It's that easy.
Good can overcome. That is where your contributions to the Salvation Army go.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and we're pleased to have joining us on the set now Mike Morris, who is the pastor at Rutledge Falls Baptist Church here in Tullahoma.
Thank you.
And has been, he was just telling me, for 10 years.
That's right. Don't seem like it. Time goes by so fast.
So I suggested that perhaps Mike likes what he's doing, and he concurred.
Very much so. Love the area. What's not to love to live in Tullahoma and the surrounding areas where we've got mountains, lakes, cities, cultural stuff, event centers, great sports, as you was talking about earlier. And, you know, it's a great place to live. I love living here. I hope we never move away.
Where are you from originally?
I'm from Kentucky.
Kentucky, okay.
So, and we've been here, I grew up there, and we've been here for 10 years, and really this is home now for us. We really like it here a lot.
The church, Rutledge Falls Baptist Church, has been there for ever since I can forever. It seems like
next year we'll celebrate our 120th anniversary.
Oh my goodness!
Of actually being a church, and of course, the church has grown a whole lot since that time. The original church is there. Will always remain there. That church was built by people down there at the falls at the time. They made their own bricks on site, and so it's a beautiful. The falls are right across the road. The valley down there is just incredible. It's a great place to come and worship. If you don't have a church home, I invite you to come visit us at Rutledge Falls Baptist Church.
120 years.
120 years. That's a long time.
It is, absolutely.
That's a long time.
Oh my goodness! What a great tradition for our area, and a lot of history there.
You know, fascinating things you learn as you come up on anniversaries. But you know, there's a bridge that goes across the creek right across the road from the church. And years ago, there was no such bridge, and everything down there was dirt roads. And when the water would rise, they would have to stop on their buckboards on the other side of the creek, and they'd open the windows of the church so that the people could hear what was going on, the preaching and the singing. And, you know, that's, stuff like that is just incredible to hear those stories. And, and what a beautiful place it is down there.
Okay.
Lots of history.
You're very fortunate, Mike.
Very, very lucky. Very fortunate.
You guys are sponsoring an event coming up this month, I think.
We are.
In March.
We are. It's just in a few weeks now. That's right. We're almost at the end of February. March 9th and 10th at the Calsonic Arena. We are sponsoring the first annual Middle Tennessee Gospel Music Festival. We've rented the Calsonic Arena for 2 days. That's the 9th and the 10th. We've got 13 different groups coming in. They're going to be singing. We're just trying to start a new tradition in this area. You know, we're rich in music already. Of course, all of you know about Bonnaroo and things like that, and there's nothing wrong with that. We just want to add another dimension to that. We want to have something for the church folks, and so this is not a Rutledge Falls event. We invite all churches to come out. We're just helping to get this thing off the ground the first year. We're going to start early on Friday night. We're going to start early on Saturday, and in fact, we're going to start at 7 o'clock on Friday night. The ticket office will actually open an hour ahead of time. You can buy tickets there on site if you'd like. And so we're going to have a pretty good lineup for Friday night. We have Ernie Dawson, an airline that's going to be there, a group called Three Bridges, a couple of groups called Crystal River, and then a group that I've not ever seen live, but their music is incredible. It's called Cross Point String Band. And then we're going to close out Friday night with a gentleman named Benny Berry, who's come across the mountain for us before, and he is incredible with what he does. And he's going to come and make you laugh. He'll make you cry. He'll make you think. And it's just unbelievable. And so if you would like to come, and if you don't want to buy your tickets there, you can actually call the church at 455-8879. That's Rutledge Falls Baptist Church, 455-8879. And we'll be more than happy to take care of those tickets ahead of time if you'd like to. I've had several people call and say, are you going to sell out? Well, if you've ever been in the Calisonic Arena, you know that it seats quite a few people.
About 5,000.
About 5,000,
yeah.
And about 8,000 if you use the center part of the arena. But we're shooting for half right now. We like to try to get about 2,000, 2,500 people there. From all around. We've had people call from Columbia and a lot of people from Shelbyville. A lot of church groups are coming. And again, you can purchase your tickets, and I've got a website also I'll share with you in just a moment that will help you as well. And then let me give you that lineup for Saturday the 10th. It's an incredible group as well. It starts at 3:30 in the afternoon. We'll open our box offices at 2:30, and we have a group called Work in Progress that's going to be with us. The Cavalier Quartet, which I'm so gracious to them. They're allowing us to use their sound system for the entire weekend. A gentleman from up on the mountain named Kevin Schrum. A local group, most people know, By Faith will be with us. Heaven's Highway, the Billers, the Freemans, and Vocal Union. And then we'll close out on Saturday night with an evangelist. His name is Brady Weldon. He's not new to this area. He's been to our church before. He's been in several churches in Shelbyville and in the area. And he's going to come bring a message of hope as well, and that's going to culminate the whole thing. We're praying that it'll be a good turnout for the two. If the weather stays this good, we'll have a good turnout, I believe.
I think you're right.
You know, we've had a strange year, so I'm not sure what to expect on.
We have that. I mean, it's 74 one day, and the next day it's 30. Who knows?
It can rain, snow, and sleet, and hail all in the same day.
Exactly. That's one of the nice things about living in the South.
That's correct. That's correct. Let me give you that website also. Some people have had good luck with the website. It's crashed on us a couple times. That's a good problem to have. That is the only thing of value altogether. The only thing of value 001.org/music. It's a long one. Next year, I'll promise you, I'll have it shorter. It's the only thing of value 001.org/music. Or you can call the church at 455-8879. If somebody doesn't answer the phone, leave a message. We'll get back to you as soon as we possibly can. Those dates again are March 9th and 10th. Going to be an incredible weekend. If you can't come for the whole thing, that's okay. Here's the ticket prices. $25 for 2 days. Now, if you look around, that's a bargain. You can look at every other kind of music event we got going on. That's a bargain.
Yes,
have 13 groups to come for $25 for 2 days. Or you can come to one day. You can pick which day it is, Friday or Saturday. And that's $15. So it's $15 for one day, $25 for two. Let me say this to you. You come on Friday night, you say, I want us to come back in tomorrow night. You come find me. I'll be like that guy you see on TV, don't you leave till you see me.
Exactly.
And you come see me, and I'll take care of you and make sure that you can get that second day for just $10 more. And we'll take care of you. And if you got church groups that want to come, call us ahead of time. I'll cut you a good deal on group prices for groups of 30 or above as well. It's just a something fresh we're trying.
Yeah.
We're going to do it again next year. We're committed for a couple of years to try to do this.
Right.
And my prayer is that other church groups will get on board, and we can have a great singing event here in Middle Tennessee, not competing with Bonnaroo, which is a different time than Bonnaroo, but something that we can attract people in this area for in years to come.
This is a great idea, Mike. Did you think of this?
No, 2 members of my church, Gary and Tina Barton. This is the Lord started working them, and all these groups are coming. They're not guaranteed any money. They're coming for nothing. That's correct. Whatever ticket sales there is, we're just going to split it up amongst them. Church take care of everything else, and so that's their passion. And at our church, when God calls people to do things, we want to try to help them along and make sure it happens if it can.
Right.
And so this is what's happening. I'm excited.
Yeah, and you should be. Yeah, well, you should be, because this really sounds like a fun event and something the whole family can enjoy.
That's right. That's right. It'll be good, clean, family fun.
Absolutely.
And children, smaller children, we'll let you in free, 8 and under. So that lowers that price even more.
All right, the number is 455-8879. If you'd like more information or want to get those tickets in advance, give Mike a call there. He'll be happy to take care of it.
That's right.
And also, you can call Mike if you might be interested in becoming a part of Rutledge Falls.
Oh, we'd love to
Church.
have you. We'd love to have you.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me on.
Appreciate it very much. We'll be right back in just a moment, folks, with more living right after this.
I'm NASCAR driver Mark Martin. You know what's worse than waiting in traffic? Waiting in the emergency room when you're in pain. So choose the ER that's extra fast, ER Extra. ER Extra is specifically engineered to get you the help you need and back in action with race car speed. ER Extra. Extra fast, extra easy, extra great.
ER Extra. Exclusively at Harton Regional Medical Center.
Get Tullahoma's news first, fast, and free with Tullahoma's News Leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Jimmy and Jenny bring you local weather, sports, community calendar events, birth announcements, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Tullahoma's news, get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
When you see the sign, The Main Event, take a close look inside at a hair studio that offers services by some of the best master stylists in Middle Tennessee. These stylists offer a list of services that compete with large city salons, from trendy cuts for men, women, and children to the latest color techniques, including highlights and bold color accents. Other services offered include permanent hair weaving and relaxing to formal hairstyle for that special occasion. You can also give yourself a very special treat with a full makeover, including full body waxing. For your convenience, we are open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. until the last client leaves happy. Call and make your appointment at 931-571-8682 or stop by our Tullahoma location at 207 North Jackson Street. Pamper yourself at The Main Event today.
How long has it been since you raced a cheetah? Are your tornado creating skills getting rusty? Tired of being the only one in your neighborhood who hasn't built a dinosaur? Sounds like it's time to visit the Hands-On Science Center. The Hands-On Science Center is an indoor science playground. In this museum, please touch is the rule. Join us for weekly science demonstrations on space, lasers, lizards, rocks, and a whole lot more. No 2 visits are ever the same, so visit often to see our ever-changing exhibits and demonstrations. The Hands-On Science Center, 101 Mitchell Boulevard in Tullahoma.
Hands-On Science Center, you know, that is one of the neatest places. We have a lot of really neat places in Tullahoma and very educational places, and one of them is the Tullahoma Fine Arts Center. And what is happening at the Tullahoma Fine Arts Center right now is Becky Shelton and Anita Zaccardi and Jimmy Lou and some of those folks over there, Dot Watson and Cersei Hopkins got over there in the archive room and took all the archives that belong to the Fine Arts Center out, and they have hung those and displayed those in the room upstairs and downstairs as well. And folks, if you haven't seen some of this stuff, and some of it hadn't been out in years, you need to go to the Fine Arts Center and look at that show. It's the archive show. All the things that belong to the Fine Arts Center are being displayed. And one thing that's very, very, very important is there's a table in the middle of the gallery upstairs that has all the work the things that were produced by the German war prisoners who were out at Camp Forest. And it is absolutely phenomenal, the skill and craftsmanship that those gentlemen had. The product is unbelievable. You need to take your children. It's a history lesson. You and your children need to go and see what's at the Fine Arts Center. Here's some video right quick to give you a clue. We're going to walk upstairs to the Fine Arts Center and look at the show that's being hung right now. And it is the archive show, where the archives of the Tullahoma Fine Arts Center have been brought out and will be displayed for the rest of this month. And it is amazing what we have here and the history that we have at the Tullahoma Fine Arts Center. And as we go upstairs, you'll see the room is full of art from the floor to the ceiling, and it comes through a long time of collecting here. And these pictures are things that have been done by members, things that have been donated by families, and it's just every kind of thing that you can imagine here. And there's my history teacher, Mr. Hawkins, from Tullahoma High School back in the 60s. And we have horses, just all kinds of wonderful things. And I'm just going to go around the room and show you all the different stuff that we have. And this is a show that you need to come see, and bring your children to come see, because there is every kind of art imaginable here. And this piece right here is a phenomenal piece. And then back in the back part of the gallery upstairs, and it's everywhere, folks. There's art everywhere. Very, very nice looking. And all different kinds of meat, all different mediums. Every style imaginable. Look at that face right there. Isn't that something? Look at that lady in a canoe on a yellow river. There's the yellow brick road. Look at that piece. And that. It just continues on. That's a gorgeous piece right there. This piece up here, we have everything from sailors to Orientals to battleships. Look at that. There's a battle on the water. Look at that piece. Isn't that a gorgeous piece right there? As is that up there. And then there's a wall of photographs where our photographers here have taken pictures throughout the years and brought them to the Art Center. Look at that old steam engine right there. And on it goes. Trees, waterfalls, flowers, sailing ships, wooden bowls, beautiful ladies, old faces, eggs, and more waterfalls. And a lot of this stuff is from around this area, and most all done by area photographers. Russell Mobley has some stuff in here. Look at those girls. And of course we have Arnold Center, the wind tunnels. And then we go into this room in here. And again, this is all done by local people, area artists. And it's something that that you need to see. So come to the Tullahoma Fine Arts Center. There's Hal Broyles. They're the fastest draw. Old homes in the area. There's the old mill. But this is at your Tullahoma Fine Arts Center. A great place to come and educate your children and refamiliarize yourself with the history and the art of this area. And there's a gorgeous train setting right there. Clowns. Now, to end this part of our show, what I want to show you is a table here with the art on it. That all of this art was done by the German prisoners that were out at Camp Forest during World War II. And this is history, unbelievable, and some of this art is just phenomenal. All done by World War II prisoners. Look at that piece right there. A lot of this stuff looks like prints, but they're not. They're the real pieces of artwork that were done here by German prisoners of war. So do yourself a favor. Take a trip to the Tullahoma Fine Arts Center and look at this wonderful archive show that's hanging right now. You know, it's a great thing to do, and it's a wonderful place to visit.
Citizens Tri-County Bank has the checking, loans, savings, and traditional banking services you want. Plus free internet banking and bill pay, bank your change, Visa gift card, and lots more state-of-the-art banking services. We focus on the service and services you want. So you can bank when, where, and how you want. At our offices or from just about anywhere. Citizens Tri-County Bank, the only community bank you'll ever need.
If you're looking for a great atmosphere, good music, an open design, and a staff that understands what it takes to serve the best food around, you'll find it at the Timberloft Restaurant in Manchester. Locally owned and operated, the Timberloft features smoked meats, prime rib, black Angus steaks, sandwiches, burgers, pastas, incredible appetizers and sides, and decadent desserts made in-house. Searching for a new place to hang out with company clients and friends? With a cozy feel, a quiet bar, awesome drinks, and big city quality food, you found it when you visit the Timberloft, 1165 Woodbury Highway, Manchester. Catering and party planning available. The Timberloft, spectacular.
This facility was built literally on the international date line to bring Charter customers tomorrow's technology first. Like Charter Internet, which was just made faster again. With speeds up to 100 megs, you can download a movie in 2 minutes. The #1 internet service provider in the nation. Click.
Fogelman, good luck with the presentation tomorrow.
Already nailed it.
Get Charter Internet Express for only $19.99 a month.
Spotlight business of the week this week and on Just Plain Living, and that business is J. Jordan's Boutique in Shelbyville, downtown on the square. Just got through having Valentine's, not Easter, having a romantic night on the square.
Date night on the square.
Wasn't that fun?
It was a lot of fun.
It was a great time.
Oh yeah, we had a lot of people come out. They asked us next year if we would extend it to 8 o'clock, so we said sure. So next year, Friday before Valentine, come to the square with your sweetheart or a friend, and we'll celebrate Valentine's and have date night on the square.
That is really,
have some chocolate truffles.
Jennifer just does all kinds of neat things. And one of the things that Jennifer does, I think, that is so cool and does so well is, and I used to go to market and I used to buy clothing. She probably has one of the best eyes and you're one of the best buyers that I've been around in a long time.
Well, thank you.
What you buy always just blows me away. You make very, very good choices. They're what you have in your store is very stylish, but it's not unaffordable.
That is my goal when I go to market. I would like for a woman to be able to come in and get dressed and be able to put together an outfit for under $100. So I kind of have that budget in my mind when I'm shopping at market, and I'm keeping the customer at the forefront of my mind and thinking about styles that I think my customers would like, and budgets, especially right now with the economy the way it is. And it's working. We're up. Our business is growing.
What's all this Channel 6 advertising is what it is. Plus, though, not only do you have your business on the square in Shelbyville, your foundation business, but you also have your shop in Bell Buckle.
Yes.
At Southern Charm.
Yes.
And you've been there, what now, a couple years?
A little bit over a year.
Oh, okay.
I'm a partner with Southern Charm. We are in the same location, which is just across from the square, from the Bell Buckle Cafe. If you walk across the street and down the hill, we're in a long white building, and it's growing. It's turned out to be very successful.
Yeah,
and it's a nice partnership. And then we opened at in Franklin at the Loft at Henpeck Village Market. That's in Franklin, Tennessee on Lewisburg Pike, and that opened last July. And that's another, it's taking off and growing as well. So it's a nice presence there, and we're finding that we will have customers that actually like to shop all three of my locations, so that's even better. So it's great.
Yeah. Well, I think it's a tribute to your, number one, you're a good businesswoman, but number two, two's you're a good businesswoman. Number one is you're a really good buyer.
Oh, well, thank you.
People don't go back and back to stores unless somebody's putting product in there that flips that switch for them. And you really, and what Jennifer's done for us today is she's brought some new things over here, some spring type stuff, and you have some lovely ladies that are going to do some modeling for us, and you're going to just give us a little look into what's happening new in the clothing industry right now. And you always find 2 or 3 little things that are new and innovative that you buy that people have not seen before, and that's what I can't say it enough. You do a really good job buying.
Thank you.
And who's our first model over here? We ready for a model?
Our first model is Jill Derrickson, and she's wearing exactly what he was just talking about, a very innovative little top. It's made out of a netting fabric, and as you can see, it's got a little tie right here and a string right here. While we're showing this as the back, it could also be pulled up for a shorter version, and this could become the front and then turn back around. And that could be the back. So it's a little top that you can wear either way. We like it over right now for this time of year over a long sleeve top and a pair of leggings, which will transition us into spring. Right now it's still a little bit cool, but then on into the summer, wouldn't this be a great beach cover-up because of the airiness, and it'll be cool to wear over a swimsuit or a tank top with a pair of shorts, but I also think it would look great with a pair of jeans. Now she's got on several things I want to talk about. We carry in our store one size fits all tops. These are by Nikki Bicky. This is a black top. It's 3/4 sleeve. It has a scoop neck, but again, it has a high neck in the back. It can be worn either way. This could become the front if you want a high neck for an outfit that you're wearing. It fits size small through extra large. It will fit Missy customers that wear a size extra large. We have one, and these are $29. We have 12 colors coming in for spring. They come in 3/4 sleeve and long sleeve. We also carry one-size-fits-all leggings. We have about 6 different colors of leggings, and they're $10, and they fit everyone. Now, Jill is the designer of God Is bracelets that are such a huge success and spreading across the country in lots of different boutiques. It says God Is, and this one has a tree on it. The tree represents life, and on the inside of the bracelet it has a Bible verse. So God is my life, and that's John 14:6. This one has an anchor, and on the inside it says God is my anchor, and it references a Bible verse, Hebrews 6:19. She and her daughters designed these leather bracelets. They are in the spring colors, red coral, purple, and blue. And they have also skinny, this is 2-inch, these are $20. Skinny ones, 1-inch, are $16. And they also have other items like t-shirts, necklaces, scarves. So please come by J. Jordan Boutique and see their whole collection of God Is jewelry and t-shirts. Thank you, Jill. I'll let you go now. Our next model is Judy Osborne, modeling a new vocal top. It is transitional for spring because of the long. We like it because it is long sleeves. This is a great tunic to go over leggings, and we love the bling. We also, and Judy is one of our partners at Southern Charm in Bell Buckle. She has been working frantically for the last few weeks getting ready for a big auction we're going to have at Southern Charm and J. Jordan in Bell Buckle this weekend. So we have lots of special going on, clearance up to 75% off, specials on new spring arrivals. So please be sure to come by Friday, Saturday, Sunday at our store in Bell Buckle. Also part of that vocal line, they're doing sleeveless tops, and again we put our one-size-fits-all top under it so you can transition for spring. Then when it gets hot, take that off and wear it as a sleeveless top for spring and summer. And then also again another long sleeve. This is coming in great spring colors. We love it for the pocket. This is the only one left. We got it in about a week ago, and in a week's time I don't know, we sold about 8. But I reordered, and it's coming in coral and teal blue and a third color. So this is going to be a great style for spring. Those also fit our Misty customer up to size extra large. This is Alicia wearing a great one-shoulder top by Ya. And last year we saw the one-shoulder top just completely bare. This year they're adding a cute little spaghetti strap, and that's in leather. We like it even better this year because it just gives us a little bit more support knowing there's a little strap there to hold up that bare shoulder. It's very stylish for spring. We love the color of yellow, and it's brown and navy blue. It's great with jeans. You could also dress it up with a pair of white capris going on into the summer. It's just a beautiful, pretty bright color and sexy look for spring. Thank you. Now we have Debbie Dunnigan modeling a great dress also for spring. Everything is for spring. It's got a nice, pretty sheer top, short sleeve with black and white vertical stripes. And black and white it's a color combination that's timeless. It never goes out of style. It is always so pretty the way we just rework it every year, and we love it in the little horizontal stripes in this. It's a great dress for Easter, to wear to a party, to go to a rehearsal dinner, to a wedding, to any event that could be possibly coming up for the springtime. It is just the dress to have in any woman's wardrobe. Thank you. We also, well, come on, and then I'll talk about the stuff here. And our last model, Miss Morgan, is wearing a beautiful reddish orange coral color mixed with tan, a cute little peplum at the bodice, and a nice little elastic waist that goes, the waist is fitted all the way around. It's great like this with no belt, but it is also a little dress that you could change up the look of it by adding a belt to it or adding some long jewelry. It's just a really versatile piece, great for summer parties, going to graduation parties, going to the beach, going anywhere. We also stay right there. Brought a few purses. This would be great to add to this. It's a little bit big, but we like the sparkle and we like the studs. The crystals and the studs, or the rhinestones and the studs, are really in for spring, which would be a great look to go just about anywhere. You can just wear that off if you want to. Red orange is a big color for spring. It is also shown here from Pretty Angel in a rusty orangey color. So no matter what shade you do of orange for the spring, it's going to be in. They're doing it in tangerine bright oranges and the shade you just saw of her. Also, we're seeing a lot of teal and yellow. Again, a pretty draped neck with a belt on it. Color blocking is very in. Really, you want to stick with about 3 colors or no more than 4. The mustard, teal, ivory, and rust. Again, we see that rust. That's another shade of that orange. Another version of color blocking is to take 3. It's taking solid colors and blocking together. Here's in squares, and here we have it in horizontal stripes. But it's a great look for spring, and you'll be very in if you're color blocking. We brought a bright teal sheer dress over a black and white tank top. These are actually 2 pieces. This is shown as a dress, but you can take it apart and wear this again as a cover-up on the beach and put a cute little red belt with your black and white tank top and wear it as just a little tunic. At J. Jordan, we have dressy dresses for prom, like for dinner dresses. We do the black. We do a cute little lacy dress with a ruffle on it. People are loving these to go out for dinner. One I'm wearing is a top by Sunset Road. It's a new line we have at J. Jordan for the Missy customer. It comes all the way, I think, from size 6 to size 16 or maybe even 18. This is a lovely print top with a ruffle all the way around. We also have this print and this print by Sunset Road, and we are getting in more pieces. We have little sweater cover-ups to go with them. And again, a new line we have is Monorino in the bright lime green. Can you see? Yes, you can see it. In the bright lime green for spring. So we have a wide variety of styles and colors at J. Jordan. We are there to help you get dressed and want to please the customers in any way we can.
All right, and like I told you folks, this young lady knows how to buy. What good looking stuff.
Thank you.
Really, really good looking stuff. And, you know, it's always amazed me that I can go over there and I can find whatever I need for whoever I'm looking for. And it might not always be a big item, but if I'm looking for a small item, your jewelry items and some of the scarves and things, the beaded scarves, you've always got those little extra and those little special things, your bags, purses, at a price point that, you know, you can pick up a small gift for somebody and not spend a fortune and feel comfortable in giving something nice that you can afford to do and make everybody happy.
We have gorgeous jewelry. We have a lot of jewelry sets for just $10, and it's made out of glass with pretty ribbons on it. So you can pick up a nice little gift item for someone for as little as $10. And we have beautiful scarves with charms on them. They're very popular right now, and they're $20. So we do provide a lot of nice gift items for the customer. And we're there to help. We would like for you to think, you know, let's just say you had this top, but you didn't have pants to go with it, or a pair of pants and you needed a new top. Please feel free to bring that to our store and let us help you match up an outfit to go with it, because we want to be more than just salespeople in a store selling. We want to be consultants. We want to be your wardrobe consultant, and we are there to help.
We do a very good job at it, and we want to remind you folks again. Don't forget that in Bell Buckle, Tennessee, this weekend there's big auction going on down there, and you're not just having great deals on your clothing, but you'll have, I think you have estate pieces of furniture.
We do, yes.
And I mean, this is really, really, really nice stuff, folks, that they have collected from all around to bring in there just specifically for this auction.
Yes.
and stuff like you just don't see every day. And it'd be worth a trip to Bell Buckle to look at this stuff. You might be able to find a great piece of furniture, might be able to get some wonderful clothes at a great price, and I guarantee you, if you go to the Bell Buckle Cafe, you're going to get something good to eat.
Oh, we love to eat at Bell Buckle Cafe.
And maybe even can't be remiss and leave out the banquet hall.
Oh yeah,
there's liable to be something going on at the banquet hall. Is that where the auction is?
That's where the auction is taking place. It's at the Bell Buckle Event Center. So you have to go right in front of my store, right in front of Southern Charm to get to the Bell Buckle Event Center. So please feel free to stop either on your way there or on your way coming back and say hello to us.
And Judy, the little elf princess down there, she has this thing in there called pad rags.
Oh yeah.
And there are these little knitted shoes that are the coolest things in the world. It's worth a stop just to go see that.
They are handmade. They're from Canada. They are handmade, and they are the softest, most comfortable little pair of shoes that you will ever put on your feet. And once you put them on, you don't want to take them off. So.
But that's what happens in the enchanted village of Bell Buckle, Tennessee. There's something going on all the time.
And now plug
you can plug anything you want to plug, darling.
Well, in Shelbyville, we have been working on our event schedule on the square, and I'm with the Merchants Association in Shelbyville. So I will be publishing that very soon on my website, which is www.jjordanboutique.com, and also on bestofshelbyville.org. One big event that we have coming up on May the 12th, a Saturday, is a huge block party on the square with music and food and all kinds of vendors.
Fun.
And we hope that's going to be a big shindig going on. Maybe a car show. So please feel free to check out the events that we've got coming up in Shelbyville and come visit us on the square.
Well, if you're there, there'll be people there, I guarantee you that.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You do great. And that is Jennifer Jordan, and that is our business spotlight for this week, J. Jordan's Boutique on the Square in Shelbyville. We'll be right back after these messages.
All that attention. All you wanted was.
Hello, this is J.D. Oliver from the Smokehouse on Mount Eagle Mountain. Me and my sisters Nancy and Betsy would like to thank you all for your continued support. This year we're celebrating our 50-year anniversary at the Smokehouse. In conjunction with our 50-year celebration, we are bringing Music on the Mountain every Saturday night, 7 p.m. till 10 p.m., featuring the best of Nashville. We have had some wonderful singers, hit songwriters, and Nashville's rising stars have taken the stage. Come out this Saturday night and every Saturday night through the end of the year. Make it a date night or bring the whole family. Help us celebrate 50 years in the community. Music on the Mountain is free every Saturday night at Jim Oliver Smokehouse.
Hey, this is Sean Mayer. I'd like to invite everybody out to the Smokehouse every Saturday night for great music and awesome food.
Thank you very much, y'all.
Oh, hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is the paint. Uh-oh. I just knocked a tree over. This is the paint doctor. I got the color wheel. Now, you know what a color wheel is? It is the wheel at the paint works where you pick all your colors to paint your room. It could be a multicolored beard. It could be a underarm fan. You never can tell. One thing we do know is that it's time to paint. You know, you can make your wife very happy if you go to your house and paint some rooms, or you paint the outside of the house, the inside of the house. It makes them feel very good because you work hard for them and they like that. All women like to see their man sweat. You know, they do. Honeydew is what they do. And you get to do it too. So you go to the paint works at 1960 North Washington Street and you see David Heikkinen over there, and he's the real paint doctor. He fixes you up with color. It's so nice when the color is right. Go to Paintworks today. Martin Senor. See? Martin Senor. Right there. Martin Senor at the Paintworks. Bye, and we see you next time. I'm burning up.
Whatever it takes to respect our customers' homes. Just one more way Charter is obsessed with serving you better.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm up here and I want to go to that wide shot, and I'm up here with my buddy, Mr. Ryan Goodwin. He's our intern from Tullahoma High School. And Ryan comes and spends a little time with us on Tuesdays and Saturdays, and he reads the news from time to time and reports on the weather. And how's everything over at Tullahoma High School, Ryan?
Well, John Gray, it's been just peachy pretty good, huh?
Everything sounds great to me. You doing well?
Yes, I am, John Gray. I'm doing just wonderful, pretty good.
All right, that's good. This is my buddy Ryan, and he comes and comes with us. And you know, I the other day got a message that I was to go to jury duty, and we have, when I went over there for the orientation and indoctrination, I filmed that to where we could give you folks a little bit of an idea about what you have to deal with when you're a member of the jury. So we're going to go to Heather Hines Duncan and a few more tips on jury duty.
At this point, when you leave here today, the clerk's office is going to make a list of all of your names, okay? And for each of these 10 trials that are scheduled, if they do go to trial, we're going to take that list of your names and we're going to call an average of 28 of you, okay? 28 per case, generally. That's the average, okay? We are going to call you, and we're going to tell you to either be at the Justice Center, which is where you are right now, or we're going to tell you to go to the courthouse on the square. We're going to tell you to be there at 9 o'clock, okay? Now, my friendly advice to you is do not plan on pulling in at 8:55 and being in the courtroom at 9 o'clock, whether your case is here or at the courthouse, okay? I would get there a few minutes early. Parking is going to be an issue. Getting in the door is going to be an issue. I'm sorry, that is just the way we live here, okay? We are going to call you between 3 and 4:30 the day before we need you. Okay? Now, some of you are sitting there thinking, well, now hang on a minute. That's not much notice. You're right. That's not much notice. I'm going to tell you that. I'll admit that right here, right now. So why are we waiting till the last minute? Because of those 80% of the cases that settle that I told you about just a minute ago, probably about 90% of the 80% settle about 2:55. We get the notice about 2:55. Okay? So, even if it's last minute, if they can reach their judgment and we haven't bothered you, you're happy, we're happy, and you didn't even know to be unhappy. Right? Question. Okay, good question. Are we going to leave a message when we call you? Unless you tell us not to, we are going to leave a message with anything that answers your telephone. Okay? And if we leave a message for you, that means you have a 1 by your name. A 1 by your name means you are obligated to be there at 9 o'clock in the morning, and you must answer the roll before the case can start. Okay? Any questions about that? So we are calling 28 of you. We must have 28 people answer the roll when the judge calls it at 9 o'clock. Otherwise, the case cannot start, and we've got lawyers, judges, and litigants in a courtroom waiting on one person. Okay? I'm here to tell you that that would be a time that $500 would come into play for failure to perform your jury duties. Okay? Question?
Average length of cases like that.
Average length of case. Of course, if you ask me and Kathy and Bonnie, we'll all probably shoot you a little bit different number. I'm going to say a day, no more than a day and a quarter. What are you going to say, Kathy? A couple of days. What are you going to say, Bonnie? A couple of days. Okay. Now, you know, what's your schedule going to be like during that day, or that day and a quarter, or 2 days? We're going to start at 9 o'clock. Judge is going to call the roll at 9 o'clock. Now, Judge Jackson and Judge Johnson do things a little bit different, but the end result is the same. Judge Johnson is going to, you know, I told you about the cards. We keep referring to those little cards. If 28 of you are to be here, we have 28 of your cards in the courtroom. And Judge Johnson is going to randomly draw of the 28, 12 of you to go sit in those seats. Now, bear in mind, for purposes of the clerk's office, what we need you to do is answer the roll. So you get a 1 by your name just for being here the morning of jury service, okay? Whether you sit in those seats or not is not really pertinent to us. Now, it's very important to the litigants in the case and to the judge, but whether you're one of 12 or one of 28, that doesn't matter to the clerk's office. So, 12 people are going to sit in those seats. And what's going to happen at that point, the lawyers or the litigants in the case are going to start asking those 12 people questions. Now, some of the questions are to find out about you. Some of the questions may be to find out your knowledge of the law or that particular kind of case. Some of the questions may just seem downright nosy. Okay? But bear in mind, they have the huge task of determining, are these the best 12 people to hear this case? Now, as soon as they go through their first series of questioning, some of those 12 people are going to be dismissed. So if 2 of the 12 are dismissed, the judge is going to go back to the cards and he's going to pick 2 cards to replace the people who just were dismissed. Okay? That process is going to go on until the litigants in the case have decided, yes, these are the 12 best to hear our case. Okay? Now, generally that process has concluded by lunchtime. Usually the jury is seated by lunchtime. Okay? So, there is also generally a morning break, sometime around between 10 and 10:30, and it's kind of one of those 10-minute, you know, stretch your legs, powder your nose, take care of business real fast, 10-minute deals, okay? Then there's lunch, and that's generally a 1 hour, you know, you're on your own, go where you want to, eat what you want to, but don't talk about the case kind of deal. But doing my math, 12 are staying, 16 are going, generally by lunchtime. So my friendly advice to you is, you know, let your boss or your nosy neighbor or your spouse or whoever keeps up with where you are during the day, you know, let them know each time you come here, I might be there all day. I might be through by lunchtime. You know, we hate it when somebody calls up here looking for Billy Bob. You know, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. They say, I got to get a message to Billy Bob. And we say, well, Billy Bob left here at 10:15 because we know he's in trouble and we didn't do a thing to help him. But there's nothing we can do about it. Okay? So, there's no way to know for sure. Now, you can expect an afternoon break. It's another one of those 10-minute stretch your leg kind of breaks, sometime between 2 and 2:30. And then, you know, the big question is, what time am I going home? I can only speak in generalities with that, okay? And I'm going to tell you that generally, The clerk's office closes at 4:30. Generally, when our office closes, this courtroom is shut down. Okay? That means one of two things. The case is over, the jury's reached their decision, and everyone's gone home. Or it means they came to just the natural stopping place and they said, you know, we'll come back tomorrow and finish this. Anytime our judges can accommodate it, however, at the end of the day, you know, they will ask the jury, you know, especially if they're close to the case being over, do you all want to stay a while and wrap this up, or do you want to come back tomorrow? And as long as the judge's calendar can permit that, you know, they always go with the wishes of the jury. Okay?
Serving you as a local firefighter.
Proudly served our country in the United States Air Force. Serving Tullahoma. Helping our kids.
Hi, I'm Terry Stroop. Your comfort is our service. We'd like to thank Tullahoma for the privilege of serving your heating and cooling needs.
How can toys like these lead to a 6-year-old's death and leave another child permanently brain damaged? Because they're not toys at all. A safety message from your local fire department and this station.
Oh, there's my cat. Should I put her away?
Lighten it up a little bit.
How's this? Great.
Good.
There we go.
So you've been meaning to do something healthy, commune with nature, get outdoors, and meet new people. We have the perfect solution. Come hike with us. You can find a Tennessee Trails Association chapter near you, including Clarksville, Columbia Franklin, Cove Lake, Highland Rim, Jackson, Knoxville, Oak Ridge, Martin Weekly, Memphis, Murfreesboro, Nashville, Plateau at Crossville, Rugby in the Big South Fork, and Upper Cumberland. We're on the web at TennesseeTrails.org. It's fun, it's stress-free, and it's good for you. See you on the trails.
All right, Jim, we're back.
We are.
Action packed.
You know, I was pretty impressed with your handling of the business spotlight deal today, the women's clothing thing. You know? I mean, that wouldn't be something you'd normally do, but you were very good at it.
Oh, I like clothes. I like textiles.
Yeah, textiles.
Well, I do. I like carpet. I like fabric. You know, I just like that whole industry. To me, it's incredible. I would like to go sometime to a textile factory. I've not done that, and see. And I'm sure they don't weave. You know, they don't weave the cloth with the old machines like they used to. But I think it would be really interesting to go and see that whole process. Mm-hmm. How stuff is built and put together.
Yeah, I think it'd be pretty much fun.
Pretty much fun. That might be weird, but you know, everybody likes different stuff.
To each his own.
Yeah. You know, if it wasn't for somebody liking it, we'd all be running around naked.
By the way, you folks that are out there that maybe hadn't paid your property taxes and you're watching this on Tuesday, tomorrow's your last chance.
Last chance to do that, or you get a fine, or
there's a penalty if you don't do it.
Yeah, that goes along with that.
You got an extra day anyway this year. I don't know if that helps a whole lot, but you know, since this is leap year, 20.
Hey, you know, I was watching that commercial about the Stroops and the Stroop boys and Terry and all their family's been involved in this town for years and years and years. Terry's daddy, I.C. Stroop, was one of the original, you know, heat and air guys. I mean, when it's hard for some of the young people to remember when every house in town didn't have air conditioning in it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
There was no air conditioning.
Right.
The only place air conditioning existed was either in big stores and they had chilling towers.
Apparently, the first house you lived in over there on Druid Lane didn't have air conditioning in it either, did it?
No, we didn't have air conditioning.
Because I later in life bought that house, and it didn't have the central.
That was a great house.
It was. But I always wondered about this house because I knew that when I came in, I didn't know at that point that you had lived there. But I figured someone who had some engineering background or something lived in that house at some point, because it didn't have air conditioning, but it had this huge fan built into the wall of the garage.
Yeah.
And I mean, like an airplane propeller kind of fan, and you would flip that switch, and it would create enough suction that if something were sitting on the table in the back bedroom on the other end of the house by the window, it'd pull it off on the floor.
Well, my dad was from South Louisiana, and they had attic fans.
Yeah.
And that's how most of the homes were cooled down there. And when we left that house on Druid Lane and went over to Hood Drive, where Mother and Daddy lived for the rest of their lives, he had an attic fan put in the hall, and you could crack the windows, and you didn't open them wide, you just sort of crack them and turn that attic fan on, and it's just like it worked like a wind tunnel.
Yeah.
And it'd pull that cool night air through the house, and because there weren't air conditioners, there weren't central heating air. It was people finally ended up putting window units in.
Mm.
But back to the Stroups. The Stroups have been doing it since all that happened.
Yeah.
They've served this town, and it's always fun to me to see those young men who I watched grow up turn into fine young men with families of their own, and how involved they are in the community.
Right.
And folks, all the folks who sponsor with us are that way. Go out and visit them. Do business with them. Tell them you saw it right here on Just Plain Living, or on our news shows, or on Tennessee Traveler. It's good stuff, and they're good people, and they're the ones that help make this community what it is. So, spend your money here. That's a good place to do it.
Exactly.
We ready to go? I think
we're counting down in the last 30 seconds.
Last 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to go to some Gallagher music, Stephen Gallagher.
Okay.
No, we're not doing that.
No.
We've made it to the end. It's time for the Big X, folks.
All right. We'll see you again
next time.